Welcome to the end of Phase 3 in Blender for Blogs video editing series. This is the last video in this phase. Remember at the beginning of the series I said we were going to have 4 phases and the third phase is going to take the longest, which it has, which is our video editing phase. And then after that is going to be our tweaking and rendering phase. So this is it. This is the last one. It's going to be super simple. I hope. So let's get started. I'm Justin, by the way, if you didn't know that, which I know you probably do. If you don't, then you're really late in the series. So go back and watch some of the other videos. Anyway, we're going to get started here. And the first thing we're going to do, so we've just done all of our screencasts. We used OBS Studio to record our screen. Then in the last video, we talked about privacy and making privacy strips with either color bars or blurring. And so the next step here is this little cut zoom thing here. So basically what I want to do with this is just zoom in every time I go and just zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, just like a constant zoom. And there's a couple of different ways you can do this. You can do it like just cutting. So every time I say then I cut. So then here you can see in the audio down here, if I zoom in, these are when I and so just, just cut here and then cut here and then cut here, something like that. And then what you would do is, cut here, there we go. And then what you would do is add in a transform on each of these. So add in a transform strip, and then you would take that transform, of course, and we want this to be overdrop. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you click on blend mode, instead of scrolling in an overdrop, you can just hit O. See that O is underlined there? So just click that O. And we can hide this one on the bottom. And then we can just, we've got a selector transform. There we go. Uniform scale that up just a little bit. Oh, hey, look at that. You're going to have to include your background as well. I'm actually going to just select the background and move those up because we can just put it right there where the other background is. And the reason I have this color down here, I actually can get rid of that. But if I have any gaps here, I like to have the color as information instead of just nothing. I don't know if that helps or not, but I thought it might in theory. So that's why I have this color thing there. But actually, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of that because really right now I don't need it. And then, so what I'm going to have to do is group those together. So what I'm going to have to do is take this, K, page up, K, and then these two, well, we're going to have to just get rid of that for now. Select both of these here and hit Control G to make a meta strip. And it doesn't really matter if this is up here or down here. I'm just going to put it up here to be, because it's more visually pleasing to me that way. Oh, the reason is, I was like, why did I disappear? Because this is hidden. So unhide that. Refresh sequencer. There we go. Okay, page down. And now we apply our transform here, just like that. And then for the transform, we can do uniform scale and then start scaling this up, like this, scale that up, and then move it over. But I can't move it over that much because then, that's the edge of the video right there. So maybe right there, move it down just a little bit. So, that's the first, So, okay, you can see what's kind of happening here, and then basically you do the same thing with this one, where you just, do the same thing. You just cut those and put those in a meta strip together so you can scale those together. Now, I'm not actually going to do that. what I'm going to do instead is it's something similar, but what I'm going to do is just delete all of these here. And then just extend these out here again. It shouldn't have changed anything since I haven't moved any of the strips. I've just slid those ends there. Yeah. So that's all good. So I'm actually gonna slide this to where it cuts. So right here, yeah, there. Do I want it here or there? I don't know. But I'm gonna slide this cut to right about here. I think, no, one more. So Shift S, just test that to make sure that's okay. Yeah, so that's okay. I'm still having this. I can just do no or proxy size 25 there. So what I'm going to do is, so the first is not going to do anything, but then the second one is going to do the transform. So once again, I'm just going to take these two, I'm going to cut them, and I'm going to put all of this in a meta strip. So Control G, grab and move that up. And then I'm going to apply a transform on here like this. And then let's see what we're gonna do here. Let's go uniform scale and bring that up. Not too much here just yet. And then bring that over to the end there, and then down just right to the end. So like that. So yeah, okay. And I know it's kind of annoying probably right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is do keyframes. And the reason I'm going to do that is to show you how you can do the constant jump. So I'm going to take this, and with our scale here, I'm going to go to the beginning and make sure all of these. So we've got 115 there, that's good. 702, we're just going to make that 7, and -7 is fine, just like that. And that's good there. So I on all of these. And you can see down here, if you make sure you have your graph editor open, we have those 3 keyframes right there. And if you have this all collapsed, just uncollapse that or decollapse. I don't know how you say that. Decollapse, open them, expand them. And then you see your scale, your on your X, your translate on your X, and your translate on your Y. So that's all of these things here. Now here's our keyframe on the starting, everything that starts there. And then we're going to go to the middle here, right before I say the next and we're going to do another zoom. So we're going to zoom in a little bit here. Not too much more, maybe like that. Bring that over to the end and bring that over to the end there. 16, 18, we'll just say, can we just say 16? Yeah, 16 and -15, just to keep it fine. And we'll just do 0.13. Oh, and then we have to bring this back over a little bit here. So 15 here. Yeah, there we go. And of course, keyframe. So I, and you can see our graph if we just expand that up a little bit. So let's see what happens here. So basically here, it's just moving from this to this, and it's moving very smoothly. Okay, and that's not what we want. So we want a constant thing. But before we do that, actually, I'm going to take these and grab those and move those out just a little bit. No, actually, I'm going to select everything to the left. page up, I'm going to select the audio and cut that as well. Just making sure we select everything to the left. I mean, to the right, sorry. And then we're going to grab, I'm just going to grab that and expand that out a little bit, because the reason is because I didn't have enough time. I didn't like the timing here. So as far as the jump cuts, so I wanted to add one more jump cut. What I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this one out. Yeah, a little bit. And then go inside here and then just duplicate that last one there. So maybe right here. Well, let's see. Let's just see what the audio is. So this last one. So about right here. And I'm just hitting tab to go in and out of those. So I'm gonna cut this here and just duplicate those out there. So it looks like just another. Well, you know what? I might just duplicate the first one, actually. Duplicate that. Out here. Why is that not duplicating? Duplicate. There we go. Shift D is duplicate, by the way. Yeah. So just a little bit more, and we'll extend that just a little more. You can kind of see. I wonder what Alt O, will Alt O clear that offset? Yeah, so Alt O will match that length there because that clears that offset. So let's see what we got here. Now let's refresh sequencer. Okay, yeah. Let's go back in here. I'm just going to tweak this a little bit more so it's a little bit more smooth. And then like maybe right here. Yeah. I'm going to bring this out and then snap those there. See what that looks like. Yeah, I just kind of want to hide that. Maybe a little bit more, actually. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, no, that's not too bad at all. So Alt O, and remember the jump cuts are gonna help that mask that too. So okay, going back to here, the next jump cut is going to be right after I say eh, so maybe right here, and then I'm going to scale this really close. That's going to be the closest one. 235 is all right there. Smack dab in the middle there with 51, I think. And then negative 51? Is that how we've been doing it? Kind of, but not really. I want to still see my finger there a little bit. Looks like I'm kind of giving the finger, but yeah, so something like that. Oh, come on, there we go. So you can see now it's just one continuous motion, which is not what I want. And maybe that is what you want. Maybe that's the effect that you were going for. So in that case, you can do that. But select all of them. This is what I'm going to do. Select all of them, and T brings up our interpolation, and I'm just going to choose constant. Now you can see it's the same until it changes and changes. So and what I think I might do, let's see if this works. I'm just kind of experimenting here. Pull that back, and then I'm just going to drag that out as well. So I'm gonna jump to the here first. Right. Let's move these in just a little bit more. So I'm just selecting the handles here and just hitting Shift S to place those. You can also just hit G and then kind of drag them where you want. But I don't know. Do I want that? I don't know. How did I have it before? Yeah, so I didn't do it the first time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I only had 3. And that's basically what I had here. So, okay. Scratch that. I'm going to just place those back where they were. So just Alt-O. I'm going to select these two, grab and snap those there. So, and then one more. Yep. This is getting annoying just hearing me saying, Okay, so I want that change to be a little bit earlier. So I'm just going to hit A to deselect those, box select by hitting B, grabbing the end here, and then if I just do Shift S to current frame. Now you can only do that if they're all on the same, if you want them all on to be all on the same frame. Other than that, if you just want to move them back and forth, maybe you can't do a Shift S because that'll mess up the combination or the spacing. I mean, you can hit G, and then be careful because you can go up and down as well. So if you want to hit X to lock it to the X in order to go just back and forth like that. Okay, let's see the timing of that here. Oh my gosh, refresh here. Let's go back here. I think I want those to come in earlier, like right at the end of uh, click and then right here is going to be the middle ones. Shift S. Okay, and these actually I want to bring in just a little bit closer because 45 is good. 21. Negative 21. Because it was too little of a jump from this one. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Well, now I'm thinking that maybe let's see. This is the hard part about all of this tweaking. Oh, the background actually. Oh no, the background is in there. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I like that. And let me go here and hit home, and you can see. So that's what that looks like. So this is the constant, and you can play around with all of these different things. You can do like different, bounces. Let's see what this looks like. See, yeah, maybe that's something you want to do. So it goes in, comes back, goes in a little bit more, comes back, goes in a little bit more, comes back. So that's something you can do as well. I'm going to keep it a constant here. And of course, that may be a little bit more work in order to do that. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. Of course, I might have just, you know, been happy just cutting it, putting a transform on here and cutting it like we started doing at the beginning. Okay, so then I'm going to backspace to clear that gap. Save it. Let's save as another iteration now. Now what I did here is just went right into this where I didn't have any sound. And I did think that was awkward when I did it at first, but I didn't know how to make it better. But I think I know how to make it better. And it's something that we've already done before. So if we go back to the beginning here, remember here we have our little boop. So I wonder if I can unhide that. It's locked. So let me unlock those and then unlock these here real quick by Shift Alt L and then unhide those. So here we have
this,
boop.
and then want.
So this is make when we remove our footage.
Cut
so.
out everything that you don't want, like this,
Boop.
and then.
So we have this little boop, and which we're also going to use for our outtakes very soon here. So I'm going to just take that, I'm going to duplicate those, and then I'm going to select these again, hide those, Shift L to lock those again. Okay, when I select those, I'm going to grab those on the X and just move those all the way over here. And careful, if you do grab them on the X and then they accidentally are over something when you let go, then it's going to shift them around. So just make sure, maybe I'll just put them up here for now so I can drag them all the way over here. Oh, actually, I want that here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put it right over here. I think this is going to solve my problem of it being too awkward because there's no sound here. And then I go into speaking with no sound on purpose. And so I thought, well, that's just a little weird. So let's see what this looks like.
Like Blender.
Boop. Yeah, I mean, maybe not. Maybe that it would work differently, or maybe it would work better the other way. But I'm gonna just keep that for now. But here,
Programs. Like.
do I want it like this? I think maybe I want to start this right there. So I'm just gonna grab this and just Shift S there, move that out, just so that lasts a little bit longer. Let's refresh.
Programs. Like Blender.
It's hard to tell the timing now, but we will get to that in our tweaking. Not twerking, but tweaking when we do go onto our next phase. Yeah, okay, well, let's move on. Okay, so all we have to do now is add, I think, like 3 pictures. So I'm going to save it. Let's go over to our markings. So we have, if we zoom in here, our cut zoom, which we just did, or our cyc pick, which is going to be around 2876. So let's go over there. Okay, so 2876. Oh, but we've actually cut and moved things, so it's actually not going to be that.
Ha, just kidding. What I said was.
Oh wait, just kidding.
Ha, just.
Okay, so it's a little bit further out, but okay, there we go. So after I say ha, then I'm going to put in that picture of the little cyc there. And for this, of course, I used, let's see, our Google Slides here. So I just imported a background that I took a screenshot of so I can line everything up. Then I copied it here with a transparent background, and I'm just going to download that as PNG. I'm just going to label it cyc for now because we're almost done and it doesn't really matter that much. So add in an image, our cyc here, we're going to put that up at the top as an overdrop, and there we go. and I don't want it on there for very long. So we'll test the timing here.
Ha, just kidding. What I said was, just kidding. What I said was, did I make you check your sound? Ha, just kidding.
Yeah, I like that. So there we go.
Did I make you check your sound?
And then we don't have anything else here because we've already done our B-roll footage here. And so let's see our editing. We've got our screen editing, and then we've got our bug pick and our boot pick. And then that is the end of our official video, minus the outtakes. So let's get our bug pick in here. That's going to be right after our screen editing. So we're going to go back here. We don't really need to just
Nasty bugs and problems.
see right here where I said nasty bugs and problems. So
You will also become familiar with how to work around some of Blender's nasty bugs.
where do I want that in nasty?
Nasty bugs and nasty bugs and
I think right before I say bugs. Yeah, so maybe right there. All right, so let's go back to Google Slides. And basically what I did for this is just add in an image, upload from computer, and then here's the picture that I used for the cockroaches. And I don't even think I needed to resize it. I think I just placed one there, and then I duplicated it by dragging it in Control. And then I think I just flipped it. So right click, rotate, flip horizontally. There we go. And that's what I did. That's pretty easy. So I'm going to just duplicate that slide so we can change our background to transparent. Do the same thing, download as PNG. And again, if you're just watching this video for the first time and you haven't seen any of the other videos, I'm going really fast right now because we've covered all of this stuff already on how to do these things. So I'm just going to hit, I'm going to type in bugs. And so you go back to Blender, Shift A. Okay, and look for bugs. Here's our bugs. Overdrop. And I'm just going to actually duplicate this so we don't have to keep doing that overdrop. So our bugs, nasty bugs and problems.
nasty bugs and problems that have the
I'm going to do it a little bit earlier where I say nasty. Maybe grab that. Oh, let's refresh sequencer here.
Blender's nasty bugs and
Yeah, I
problems
like
that
that better.
have the potential to get in the way and slow you down. So we'll cover those as we go.
Okay. So maybe about right there.
And slow you down. So we'll cover those as we go. Well,
yes, perfect. There we go. And then this will be the boots. So we're gonna change our data file. So make sure that's selected. Change data files. Oh, well we've got to make it first. So let's. I've made another slide here so we can adjust our image. Upload from computer. Boots. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Now, I want Blender to still be showing. So I'm just gonna bring this down just a little bit. I could just put it over my face. Yeah, I don't know why I wanted Blender. I mean, I don't have to. Just put the whole thing here. But if you did want to like adjust this to where you see the boots and you also see Blender, and you can't do it just by scaling it, what you can do is if you double click an image, you see this other border come up that's black, and you can actually crop it. This is how you crop it. So just like take this down right to where it's under Blender, like that, and hit enter. Oh, look at that, now it's cropped. All right, so I'll just do that. And again, all personal preference. So copy this and background, color, transparent. File, download as PNG, and boots. Back to Blender, change data files and boots. There we go. but I'm not going to put it on there until I say strap on your boots. Blender brother.
Excited. I'm really excited too. So strap.
There we go.
Really excited too. So strap. I'm really excited too. So strap on your boots because we're gonna bootstrap this Blender.
And then all the way to the end.
Into some video editing goodness.
And then I think I had, from another video I had, so let's go. I'm not going to put that on here because I'm ready to be done. So we're just going to end it right here. Just like those. Boom. Done and done. Look at that. Let's look at our beautiful, beautiful artwork. I'm just going to save this, save another iteration, and also I'm just going to copy this, full copy. We'll name this as Blend 4. You don't have to do that. Okay, I'm going to collapse my graph editor here because we don't need that anymore. Home. Whoa. Why is that home? Oh, because my end frame is all the way out there. So I'm going to take my end frame, put it maybe roughly around here. We'll change that later anyway. Hit E down here. Now up here, home. And look at the glorious work that we've done. Now, of course, it does need a little bit cleaning up, which we will do in our next phase. But this ends phase 3. So we're done with phase 3. We can move on to phase 4, which is our tweaking and our rendering. And then that, I think there's only gonna be a couple of videos, so it should be pretty straightforward. Okay, well, you will see me there, and I will pretend like I see you there, looking through my screen into the interweb of things. Okay, I'm rambling now. But anyway, happy editing and stay tuned.